with Ben Shapiro as well, where he admitted that Berkeley was a very diverse crowd and they welcomed him with open arms, and he was able to have...
They just disinvited him.
The reason for why they just disinvited him is because the campus was just full. It was fully booked. I don't understand what you want to do.
Is censorship blocking free speech on campus today?
Without a doubt, and it's disproportionately targeted at conservatives, libertarians, Trump supporters, and you name it. I don't even think it's a question or a debate around that topic. Colleges have become a place where they want everyone to look different and think the same, where there's a disproportionate amount of people at the top that are targeting conservatives, blocking speakers that they disagree with, and they're advancing an agenda that, quite frankly, is very far to the left. And our organization, Turning Point USA, we not only fight for our ideas, free markets and smaller government, but now we are fighting for free speech. We have to say it's okay to hear something that you disagree with. You don't have to run into a safe space because you hear something you disagree with. Why is it that it's always the leftist activists rioting and protesting and storming stages and pulling fire alarms? And us conservatives, we sit quietly when we hear things we disagree with. And then we go back and we say, wait a second, why are you shouting our speakers down and you're rioting and protesting violently on college campuses? So the answer is absolutely yes.
Peaceful protest, protesting, taking down Robert E. Lee monuments where we, just light torches on fire. It's not that big of a deal. It's not reminiscent of the KKK in any way, shape, or form. I wanted to ask you something. First of all, we don't really have a narrow definition of safe space, and it always seems to me like conservatives are both claiming that liberals are looking for safe spaces, but then they also try to act like they are the victims themselves. So which one is it, Charlie? Are you guys the ones that are looking for safe spaces on college campuses?
I'm looking for the ability to speak freely.
Oh, okay.
So look, I'm not playing the victim card. I'm happy to speak freely and to tell you why I disagree. Here's where it's different. When Ben Shapiro goes to DePaul University and the administration disinvited him because they disagreed with him. And this happens hundreds of times a month, thousands of times a semester.
I don't even know if there's that many.
100%.
Okay, look.
Over 500 documented cases of conservative speakers being disinvited, shouted down, or suppressed because they came on campus.
You did an interview with Ben Shapiro as well, where he admitted that Berkeley was a very diverse crowd and they welcomed him with open arms, and he was able to have...
They just disinvited him.
The reason for why they just disinvited him is because the campus was just full. It was fully booked. I don't understand what you want to do.
Fully booked?
What do you want to do?
What, are you kidding me? Come on, you're better than that. Come on, that's ridiculous.
Well, look, I have to go with the Berkeley administration. If they tell me they know better than you and I do. I feel like if there's not enough space for them to potentially...
It's a 100-acre campus with 25,000 students. They can find some room. Are you kidding me?
All right, guys. So I do agree that Ben Shapiro should have every right to go to whichever campus he wants and speak, especially if students want to hear that.
That's a minority position.
I do understand
Colleges don't agree with you.
That's not true.
UC
the problem
Berkeley,
is
Santa Clara University, St. Thomas University, Rutgers University, UT Austin. They are shouting him down. The administration says you are not allowed to come on campus.
It's not the administration, Charlie. It's an unpopular speaker. Everyone has the right to protest if they don't want a specific speaker to come to campus. If they feel like campuses are wasting money on both protecting these speakers because their rhetoric is so violently extremist and targeting specific subsects of society and alienating. Not Turning Point.
I never speak on anyone except my own behalf. I have no idea what you're talking about.
The same organization that fights for the rights under the pretense of free speech for Richard Spencer to talk on college campuses and Milo Yiannopoulos to talk on college campuses, for Ted Nugent to talk on college campuses, a person who has called for the assassination of the president in the past time and time again, also has booked you or has fought for your right to talk on college campuses.
And I will fight for their right to talk on college campuses. And when they go, people won't show up. They'll look like idiots, which Richard Spencer is. And more speech is the answer to hate speech, not less speech.
Why would you want to enforce the whole concept that safe spaces are intolerant areas where free speech can't thrive?
You're putting words in my mouth.
Area?
I think they're wrong for campus culture. I think they divide people wrongly.
Why do you think they're wrong for campus culture?
So here's why. When there's safe spaces that say white people are not allowed in them, Do you agree with that?
No, of course I don't
They
agree with
exist
that.
on over 200 college campuses. I can supply
Okay.
this. So, but back to what you're saying about safe spaces. There's a difference between a place where people can seek needed mental health assistance and a place where it is discriminatory against other students on campus, and that creates a culture that is inherently, quite frankly, it creates a generation looking to be offended by something with microaggressions and trigger warnings, and they're walking around and saying, I need a safe space because I heard an idea I disagree with. So back to the broader, and they connect all these together. They say, many of these campuses go out and say, for example, when they disinvite Ben Shapiro at DePaul University, they say so many students are offended by his remarks, he should not be allowed to show up on campus. It feeds
Maybe he should be
into-
less offensive.